Curtis Ouellette most recently fought Kyle Hill at NEF 48, and that was obviously for the welterweight title. Round 3 TKO loss to Kyle Hill. Again, no shame in losing to someone like Kyle Hill, who's an absolute stud. So Ouellette lost out on winning the title right there, but he's looking to get back on track, get a win here tonight over Devin Corson, who is a very, very good wrestler, training at Titan Athletics. Ouellette making his way into the cage right now. Wins over George Demers, Chris Smith, Dalton Dunphy. And this guy is Jared Turcotte's main training partner. So you think he's getting some good looks in training?
You know he is.
You know he is.
You know he is, man.
Yeah.
And I like Curtis. I know that he's driven to become one of the best. He's trying very hard. He doesn't look at himself as, you know, just another fighter. He thinks he has what it takes to go far. Yeah. And taking a fight with Devin Corson, that's a big step. No
doubt. I mean, this is a tough fight for both guys. Here comes Devin Corson at a Titan Athletics. He's 3-1. Now, the last time that we saw him in action was in September of 2019. That was at NEF 40. It was a UD win over Jacob Detmeyer, who we've seen now is looking pretty darn good as a professional. So Devin Corson with a big win over a talented guy in Jacob Detmeyer.
And he just came in, fired right into... He went into the cage without ever getting. He went into the cage without ever getting greased up, checked. I guess he got it done backstage, but I don't think I've ever seen a guy get in the cage that quick from the walk-in.
He basically teleported into the cage.
He just ran full speed into the cage. He cannot wait.
Well, hey,
I think. Listen, if you can get off to a quick start.
Ladies and gentlemen, for this next contest, we go to a 3-round fight in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner to my right. He comes to us from Auburn, Maine, representing CMBJJ. Ladies and gentlemen, Curtis Ouellette. And his opponent, standing directly across the cage, fighting out of the red corner to my left. He comes to us from Brewer, Maine, representing Titan Athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Corson. 3 rounds, welterweights.
Every fight from here on in is going to be banger in banger. Listen, Devin Corson is fired up. He's ready to go. Curtis Ouellette, if you aren't, I'm just saying, if you're not ready to be really fast right now, it's going to be a problem. And there you go.
Well, we know Devin Corson's wrestling ability.
Yes.
This is a guy, he's super strong. We've seen him have some tosses. He just chucked his opponents in the past, throws them over his shoulder like rag dolls. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that to Curtis Ouellette, but my whole point is this guy's got a lot of power. And now Ouellette turns the tables and has Corson up against the cage.
Yeah, good job by Curtis. But you got to be ready, Curtis, for that that intensity, because he's bringing a lot of heat, a lot of intensity. Looks like Curtis is, to his credit.
They're kind of matching each other strength for strength in there right now, so really intriguing. It could potentially come down to, I say this a lot, the better conditioned athlete if this fight goes long. But right now, it's early in the first, and both guys are looking to put an exclamation point here on a victory.
Yes. Curtis doing a good job staying out of that guillotine choke. Trying to get up. Trying to, if he can stand up in that, he can get a single leg maybe. Good job by Curtis.
No doubt about it. And it's just funny when you look at the difference in the two fighters when they came in. I mean, Devin couldn't stand still. He was hopping around, and there it is.
Yeah.
It wasn't as impressive as some of his previous slams where he just, like I said, used them as rag dolls and just threw them across the cage. But still, it just goes to show you the power that Devin Corson has.
Yeah, all energy and power. Curtis Ouellette, very strong, and you're right, he's matching his power.
But what I was saying before that big slam is you just see the difference of in these two. Corson is all action, all out, a lot of energy, and Ouellette's just cool, calm, and collected.
Yes, he just slammed him in the triangle. And the danger in that triangle, when you slam somebody, is you put yourself in deeper. If they don't let go, it might get deeper. And looks like he might. If the slam works, great. If it doesn't, sometimes you are in more danger. He's gonna grab that arm.
Oh wow!
Oh, that arm's getting loose. He just got out. That's a heartbreaker for Ouellette. That's hard. He was in a good spot there. I think he's gonna go for another ride.
Yeah. You know that's what Corson wants to do.
I know Corson wants to drop down, get leverage under him, and take him for another ride. And here we go.
The whole crowd erupts every time Devin goes for a slam.
Ten seconds.
Really interesting first round. And there,
both guys.
100%.
Wow, that one connected to the head and that one to the body. Then a leg kick. So he's going to beat him up on his feet, he says. Curtis with a good left hook. Spinning back kick 3 times.
Now Corson looking for a takedown, and he's got it.
Yeah. Corson's throwing a lot more at him, at Ouellette, than Ouellette's throwing at Corson. He's giving him a lot more to think about. Ouellette's doing a good job keeping him in guard.
Devin Corson looking to move to 4-1 on his amateur career. Curtis Ouellette looking to even it up at 4-4.
Yeah. I mean, Devin Corson beat Jacob Detmeyer, right?
That was his last fight. That was in September of 2019. So it's been a little while since we've seen him in the cage, but he hasn't missed a beat. He looks like the same old Devin Corson we know.
Yeah, he's a beast. Here's that triangle. And Ouellette just ate a couple of hammer fists. Good posture up by Corson. Breaks free.
You know that Ouellette's getting high-level BJJ training at CMBJJ, so Jesse Erickson and the team, they're putting him through the ringer day in and day out, getting ready for this fight. So Devin Corson needs to be on his P's and Q's, not make any mistakes against someone like Curtis Ouellette.
He's no pushover. He's still in this fight, very much so. I mean, Corson's a little more aggressive, a little more active, but Ouellette by no stretch is out of this fight.
Coming up on a minute left in round 2, another round that we've seen Devin Corson use his wrestling to control the fight.
Yeah, look at the control, the hip control. Here's some side mount.
Corson seems comfortable just to kind of keep it where it's at right now. He knows he's winning the round. No need to make any mistakes here against someone as dangerous as Curtis Ouellette.
Yeah, with his energy and his, he knows he's probably going to get to the 3rd round. Don't make a stupid mistake and get subbed, you know, so just stay on your game plan. Stay heavy on him, make him use a lot of energy. Take him for another ride. Ragdolled him. Head arm triangle. If you can get this, I think it's going to be close to the bell, but he's going to try and tap out. He should probably walk standing, hope to land a kick or a punch that can change the course of this fight.
All right, round 3 of this welterweight bout.
Superman punch by Corson. Let's see who's got the better speed right now. Ouellette throws a side kick of his own. Here's where I say, if you got it, you got to make this happen, Curtis. Because now you're back on the bottom. And you're fighting, you're getting stuffed and taking you into deep water right here.
And the dangers of throwing those kicks is Corson catches your leg and you go for a ride, which is what we just saw. So And again, Corson on top, in control, using his wrestling, which is what we've seen throughout this fight.
Just went to full mount pretty easily. Tells me that Curtis might be a little bit tired. He might make a mistake here that lands him in a bad position or a sub.
I mean, I don't know at this point how he couldn't be tired. I mean, Corson has been nonstop on top of him throughout this fight.
Yes. And it looks like he might be going for that triangle.
Well, Devin Corson landing some short, stiff shots to the head of Curtis Ouellette as we go under 1:30 left in the fight.
Yeah, he's got to make something happen. He's got to get up and bring this back to a stand-up fight. What I see, because he just gets dragged down into deep water right here.
Corson fighting smart. He knows that this is his easiest course to victory, and that he's doing it to perfection, really.
Yeah, very smart fight from him.
Corson heavy on top. Curtis doing whatever he can to try to get back to his feet or throw up a sub and maybe steal out a victory here, but Corson just looking dominant.
Yeah, from bell to bell, really. Yeah, they want him to put him to sleep with the head arm. As long as that leg's in, it might be a little bit difficult.
Under 30 seconds now in the fight. One where Devin Corson has looked very, very impressive in his first action back in the NEF cage since late 2019. Devin Corson, safe to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for both of these fighters?
Well deserved.
After 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Joe Murphy scores the fight 30-25, whereas judges Scott Mallon and Matt Collins see the fight 30-27. Your winner, via unanimous decision, out of the red corner, Devin